They miss football after about 3 or 4 days of being home and just being back home. Hopefully they get the fun out and all of a sudden they get their mindset back on, hey, I want to get back and start playing football, because as coaches, that's what happens to us. We enjoy the first couple of days and all of a sudden, we start calling each other and texting each other and drawing plays on napkins, so it just kind of gets back to that itch. So hopefully they start to miss this place and want to get back here and get back to playing football.
Is it good for you guys as coaches too to get this break away from them?
No question. I think it's fair to those guys to give maximum effort while they're here, and as coaches, we give them everything that we have. So with that being said, I think it's a fair exchange for us to get a break and get away from those kids, and they deserve a chance to get away from us. So hopefully, as coaches, we get a renewed energy, and those kids get a renewed energy also.
We've been hearing a lot of good things about Bowie so far in these 6 practices. What can you say about him and the job he's done?
He's been doing an excellent job. He's definitely matured. You can see that the off-season program has definitely helped. But I mean, he's a very mature, focused kid, and these extra reps that he's getting are paying dividends. So hopefully this week will give him a chance to heal up a little bit, because he has gotten a few more reps in camp. But he's been doing great so far. Great attitude, great work ethic. So hopefully he can continue that going into the next 6, 7 practices.
You guys talked a lot about looking for depth a year ago. Obviously, you found out why. We found out why you needed it with all the injuries. How are you doing in terms of finding depth again this spring?
It's kind of hard to find depth, with Garrison being hurt. So right now, really, what we have is just Sean and Boyd. But I tell you what, the dark horse, the guy that stepped up and been able to take some pressure off is Ryan Clark. Clark's a kid that obviously carried the ball a lot in the past, but he proved that he was a willing blocker and he bought into his role. So this spring we've been able to say, hey, this kid's worked hard, done exactly what we asked him to do, and now we're letting him carry the ball a little bit. He's been doing a fantastic job. So I think Ryan Clark is buying into the senior leadership role. He's doing a great job.
Did he, you think, learn the valuable lesson of how important it is to hold on to the ball? Obviously, that was a reason that it was taken from him.
Yeah, that's one of the first things that I stressed when I first met him. I said, hey, here's the deal. We need you to be a blocker first. And if you do these things and buy into it, the opportunity will come later down the line for you to carry the ball. And like I said, it was tough in the beginning, but I think he really bought into it. He's had a great attitude throughout the whole year. And, this spring situation came up that, hey, we need you to carry the ball. And so far, he's done a really good job. I think he's taking pride in being a ball carrier now.
Lastly, for me, I saw the drill you guys did early in practice the other day, where it was the running backs trying to block the linebackers coming at the quarterback. It seems like the blocking has been doing pretty well, at least in that drill. Are you pleased with what your guys are showing there?
That's first and foremost the most important thing that back has to do. We're going to throw the ball a lot, and Geno's a guy that we have to protect. So those guys understand the importance of protecting Geno and our quarterbacks, and that's something that we take pride in, being really good protectors of our quarterbacks. So that's a drill that I wish we could do every day, but it definitely gets us better and also helps the linebackers also.
Speaking of Ron, do you think that's something that can carry over to the fall?
You know what? Maybe. You just never know what's going to happen. But Ryan definitely gives us a safety, a safety net where we can say, hey, if something comes up, we got another guy back here that can carry the ball, and that's what we want to develop. We want to bring in guys that can also be guys that are guys that we rely on the block, but can also carry the ball if we have to give them the ball. So Ryan is definitely, a valuable asset to our backfield right now.
Talk a little bit about Andrew again. How much did the injuries last season hurt the way? How much progression he could make?
You know what? Just there was a lot put on those kids as freshmen early on. There aren't many freshmen in the country that had to come in and say, "Hey, you're going to be the starter." So I think he did a really good job battling through camp, through fall camp. But those bangs and bumps and bruises started to add up, and he just could never really shake them as a young kid. But he's a year older now. He understands the game of football better. He knows how to fight through injuries a little bit better. And so far, he's been doing a really good job. So hopefully, he continue to mature, and next year it can be a fantastic season for him.
He said